Let me just talk my big shit for a second. Let me just talk my big shit for a second. Instagram, what up? Facebook, what up? I'm finna just talk my big shit for a second. Bike life, can I talk my shit for a second? Can I talk my big shit just for 1 second? Some of y'all ain't gonna like it. Bus driver, do what up? Can I talk my big shit to y'all for 1 second? Cause I posted a little 20-second reel and y'all feisty on the ground. Why y'all feisty like that when I be talking facts? Y'all be getting a little feisty. A little sassy. Y'all know when I get on here and talk my shit, you gotta stay out your feelings. Stay out your feelings and in your bag and in the facts. I want to say this though, right? Disclaimer, right? And you know, I feel like I done said this before, but I'll say it again. So, me personally, just talking about my personal self right now, right? I'm fucked up by information. I don't respect people, I respect information. So my liking for a person, my openness to hear you, whether I fuck with you heavy or light, whether I look at your content, visit your page, the shit's all based on what you know, right? So if you're trying to connect with me, you got to connect via information. Because I've programmed my mind on purpose to fuck with information. So for me, looks don't really do it for me. Kind gestures don't really do it for me. Cliques and groups don't really do it for me. Material shit don't really do it for me. What does it for me, and I'm just speaking on me personally, what does it for me, what gets me going, what gets my attention, what influences me is information, data, facts, right? So some of y'all, you be bothered by my delivery and you wish I would say things a little bit different. Some of y'all, you know, you heavy in your religion and you wish that I was more of a believer that's easily seen to believe what you believe, right? Some of y'all, you're curious about what my religious beliefs are, and you would like to level with me on that. Some of y'all, you so heavy in your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs that you project, you know, your way of thinking or what, you know, your religion says onto me. Just bring it back full circle. I respect information. So the best thing you could do if you're trying to connect with me is tell me some shit that makes some sense about some shit that got to do with some real shit, right? Meaning, drop some information on my page, drop some data in my inbox. Like, you can't, I don't have that kind of mind where you can manipulate me to believe that, you know, your beliefs are going to somehow affect my life, because they don't, right? I'm too heavy in my self-care shit. I'm too far past, you know, the stages of being a victim and being fucked over. And I was never parented based on fear. So in my adult life, a motherfucker can't scare me into thinking anything. Now, you can educate me into thinking something similar to what you think. You can drop me some data out of your Bible or your Quran or, you know, the book that leads your religion or, you know, the scrolls or wherever y'all get y'all information from. You can drop me some gems. And if the shit makes sense, I'm on that shit. Because I'm attracted to information. You know, that's what moves me. Facts and data. But I'm too far past where y'all mammies raised y'all at to sit around and let you make me think that I need to think or move like you in order to be something good or be better or live in my greatness. That was just a little disclaimer for y'all. For those of y'all that you just really getting familiar with my platform, or maybe you didn't catch that. If you have been familiar with my platform, right? I didn't want to talk my shit for a little second. Houston, Texas. I'm coming to Houston, Texas. And y'all know when I step down big. Because I'm always talking big shit. I'm always giving game. I'm always, I'm energy, if you will, right? When I get to Houston, the whole event is on nothing but relationships. Intimate relationships, co-parenting relationships, family relationships, relationships with your mom, relationships with your dad, relationships with your homegirl, relationships with your friend, relationships, right? And I'm going to give y'all this gem for free. It's going to trigger some of y'all. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. Just letting y'all know now. The app notified y'all I was live. I didn't call your phone and ask you to come on here. So as adults or people whose mind is mature enough to use Facebook or Instagram, you own this motherfucker by choice. So there will be no victim plan on the Love Dorsey platform, right? I'll be in Houston. When I come to Houston, I'm talking about relationships. Here is what y'all got to understand. And it's going to go against what some of y'all was raised to believe, what some of y'all done programmed y'all self to believe, what a motherfucker done tricked you into believing. But people can love you and still not do right by you. People can love you and still not have your best interest at heart every step of the way along y'all journey. A motherfucker could be loyal to you, genuinely loyal. Y'all really got to hear what I'm saying. Motherfucker could be loyal to you, genuinely loyal to you, and still not give you the right advice in certain situations that's for you. I'm going to say that shit again. Person can genuinely love you and still not have your best interest at heart every step of the way. Motherfucker could be loyal to you, genuinely loyal to you, the right kind of loyalty, and still give you advice or press you to move in certain ways that's not for you. I'm going to break this shit down, but y'all got to really receive what I'm saying. And this shit tie into all relationships. Because see, y'all been manipulated to believe that love is something it's not. Loyalty is something it's not, because y'all don't factor in that when we talking about love and loyalty, we're talking about people. When we talking about people, we're talking about beings that aren't perfect. Regardless of your race, religion, color, creed, whatever it may have you, your beliefs, your perspective, no one is perfect, right? And the majority of people, their dealings with you, depending on what season of their life they in, it comes with certain agendas at hand. It comes with certain things they're trying to get done. It comes with certain parts of themselves that they're trying to satisfy. It's never fully selfless. Hold on. Anybody not understand what I'm saying? I'm going to break it down. You know I'm going to. Now you know I'm going to break it down. You know I'm going to break this bitch down. Anybody don't understand what I said so far? Ain't the breakdown coming. It's coming. It's like, there you go. There you go. Somebody say this often, not about you, and it ain't. Y'all be wanting people to love y'all and not be themselves. Y'all want people to be loyal to y'all and not be themselves. That's not possible. It's not possible for me to not be me and just exist to love you. So with that being said, if I'm going to be me while loving you and being loyal and being in a relationship and having dealings with you, it's going to be times where my dealings with you they ain't gonna always be in your best interest, and that don't got a fuck thing to do with whether I really love you or whether I'm really loyal to you or not. Some of y'all is going over your head. I'm gonna break this whole down. I'm gonna break it down. Let me put it to y'all like this. I'm gonna go real simple. Some of y'all was raised up in a household where your parents were very religious. Use an example. You were raised in a household where your mother and your father were Christian, right? You a fool if you don't understand that sometimes they use the Bible and they Christian beliefs to get you to conform or do certain shit that don't got a fuck thing to do with the actual Christian religion. It got to do with their agenda or something they was trying to do for themselves. It don't mean it was malicious. It means that there were times that parents that genuinely loved you did and used certain shit to get you to comply with some shit that only had to do with their agenda. It didn't have anything to do with what was ultimately best for you. I'm gonna go deeper. You a fool if you don't believe that. That line, that scripture from the Bible, obey your mother and father so your days will be long. If y'all don't think a Christian parent done used that motherfucking line a time or two just to get you to do some shit that had to do with something they wanted for their flesh, it ain't have shit to do with Christ. But see, y'all go through life and a motherfucker never told y'all this. So you could be easily manipulated based on shit like this. And it don't mean they don't love you. It don't mean they ain't for you. This is just a part of being a human being. I'm gonna go deeper. I'm just letting this shit sink in. This is why the fuck I ain't a lot of people cup of tea. Because the way I am, you can't do shit like that to me. Don't mean I'm better than nobody. I just got information, pieces of information, you know, that the average person don't got. The same goes for just bonding with somebody and we having certain things in common or certain goals or certain things we trying to get done, excuse me, for the sake of our relationship. So I could be in a relationship with somebody and I'm knowing, you know, a bigger goal for us is to get to this particular space financially. And for us to get to that particular space financially, it requires for you to do certain stuff and me to do certain stuff. If you think for a second a motherfucker won't use the fact that we both want this goal as a way to get you to be okay with certain shit that they doing that ain't really for you, don't mean they don't love you. Don't mean they ain't loyal to you. But it's straight manipulation. And it's something that everybody done did. And if a motherfucker tell you they ain't real. They ain't real. And it don't got a fuck thing to do with whether they really loyal to you or whether they really love you. Y'all problem is every time conflict come up or situations like this, y'all want to question the entire bond altogether. It ain't that deep. This is just the way people are. I'm going to go deeper. I'm going to go deeper. I posted a little clip about an hour ago. And on the clip, I was explaining how a lot of y'all proving points in spite done fucked y'all life up. It's a lot of people was raised without a father because they mama was trying to prove a point to the nigga. It's a lot of kids that as they daddy, you ain't in their life because you trying to prove a point to your baby mama or a bitch, right? I said that and I elaborated a little bit, just letting y'all know, making decisions to make a motherfucker feel some type of way, you know what I mean, be out of spite. And it be fucking y'all life up, right? Here's what y'all got to understand. A lot of y'all in y'all upbringing, your parents loved you. Your parents were loyal to you, right? They brought you in this world. They made a conscious decision to not have an abortion and keep you, right? One of them or both. But you got to understand, they human. And in some of them parts of your upbringing, there was shit that they told you to do or say that had to do with just their spiteful agenda or it's a point they was trying to prove at that time. Don't mean they don't love you. Don't mean they ain't for you. What it means is it's some shit your mama done had you involved in that had to do with some shit that she was trying to do just to spite your daddy. It's some shit your daddy done told your ass that had to do with the beef that was going on with your mom. It wasn't your best interest. It wasn't for the best interest of you. It wasn't some shit that you should have been told, but you got told that shit because, of course, this is the season they was in at that time. And, of course, this is who parenting you, so you was involved in that. So I said all that to say this. It's a lot of y'all that's adults that you don't realize this, right? It ain't on your conscious mind, although it's familiar to your subconscious mind, but it's not recognizable to you because you don't got the information. So for me to you, I'm going to give you this gem today, right? It's a lot of y'all that you got to understand. They could hear me. You just can't. Log off and log back in. It's a lot of y'all you got to understand, right? While being hold on. Okay, cool. While being your parent and all, there are times where I will guide you or give you advice that ain't for you. It got everything to do with what the fuck I got going on. With some shit I'm trying to spite a bitch on, or some decisions that I'm making, or some shit I'm trying to get done that just got to do with me. Y'all keeping up so far? I'm going to break this shit down even more. If you need a one-on-one with me, text 678-965-0698. 678-965-0698. Hold on, y'all. It's a lot of little bothered people. Y'all keeping up? Houston, Texas is my next stop, by the way. Then I'm coming to Mobile, Alabama. Hold on, y'all. you know Facebook always gonna do it. Somebody said, break it down, I'm rolling. Okay, so look. A lot of y'all in your upbringing, you didn't realize that there were times that my mama had the shits going on. And it was certain things she told me to do that had to do with some shit that was going on with her. It wasn't my best interest. Now, fast forward, it's some of y'all that's adults. You still get your advice from a parent or a family member that this is what's going on. So what I try to tell y'all is, people are to be resources to you, and you are to value them based on what they're valuable for, right? I'm going to say that shit again. People are to be resources to you, and you're supposed to value them for what they're valuable for. So what I mean by that is, some of y'all don't realize my parent loves me, my aunt loves me, my friend loves me, my boyfriend loves me, my girlfriend loves me, my husband loves me, my wife loves me, right? And then I have to be able to decipher what advice or what things, what counsel to seek from them and what not to. Meaning, like, some shit you ain't supposed to listen to them on, even though they in your corner, even though they love you. So there will be people in your life that you fuck with because of, you know, the relationship you've built with them, the feelings that are mutual amongst y'all. But you need to be able to decipher on what shit, what advice, what things are healthy to take from them and what aren't. So some of y'all as young women, you've let your mom give you relationship advice on your baby daddy or your relationship or your marriage. But if you look at her life, she ain't good at relationships. So even though she's someone that's loyal to you and she loves you, you shouldn't listen to her in these areas. Some of y'all, you friends with people that they don't manage their money well. They don't have a career and are thriving. So you should not take advice or listen to them when they trying to give you shit about finances and careers and shit like that. Don't mean they ain't for you. Don't mean they ain't loyal. Don't mean they don't love you. But you got to understand that people are still people while they're your people. Anybody don't understand what I'm explaining? I'm going to say it again because some of y'all missed it. I know Facebook had messed up for a second. The number is 678-965-0698. There are people that are in your life and you have a relationship with them, whether they're a family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, a parent, whoever. They in your corner, they love you and they loyal to you, but you should not listen to them in certain areas. Y'all got to start being real with y'all self. Everything your mama fucking tell you is not some shit that's always for you, even though she love you and she for you. Everything your homegirl tell you ain't always for you, even though she your homegirl and she love you. In relationships, everything your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife ain't always for you. It's not always for you to listen to. Now, y'all can discuss it. You can have a conversation. You can gain an idea of their perspective or why they're giving you this particular advice. But you got to understand at the end of the day, everything that's coming from somebody that love you is not always for you. Y'all be sitting around and you letting a fucking miserable bitch that can't get their life together tell you certain things about your life just because they somebody that actually love you or is loyal to you. And for some of y'all, this ain't gonna make sense because you too far gone. You too used to being manipulated. Some shit people be telling y'all be based on what the fuck be going on with them. It don't be having nothing to do with you. While they love you and all, it don't be for you. At some point, and this is what I was saying when I did my off the porch interview, I explained, some of y'all got to realize my parents was just doing the best they could. A lot of the shit they had going on, it had to do with their own personal selfish agendas. It didn't have to do with parenting me to be the best adult I can be when I hit age 18, 19, 20, 21. A lot of us got drug along for their ride. They did the best they could because they didn't know any different. So like I said on my interview, a lot of y'all don't realize when you get to that teenage age, part of the reason why a lot of adults feel like teenagers rebel is because we realize we don't need to be listening to y'all for everything. When I was 19 years old, I got all my information from you, all my advice. I did everything you were saying, trusting the fact that you were my parent. So everything you told me was supposed to be with my best interest. When you hit 16, 17, 18, you realize my mama ain't got a fuck thing. She don't know much about money, credit, finances. She ain't really good with relationships. Bitch, I don't need to listen to you about everything. Even though you love me, even though you for me, even though you in my corner, I got to start taking a different route. Y'all be manipulated into believing that because that's your mama and because she love you, you need to keep listening to her. So the bitch could guide you to where your life look just like hers. So you could be 60 and single, pretending like you don't want no family or no man or no relationship because that's what she does. She programmed your mind every step of the way. And she ain't do it maliciously. She ain't do it maliciously. She was too busy in her shit. You should have got in your shit. And you would have realized it's some stuff, some advice I could continue to take from her, and it's some stuff I can't. A lot of y'all don't realize this. Every motherfucking friend, nigga, boyfriend, associate that come along, that y'all feel like love y'all and is loyal to y'all, you sit there and you believe you got to listen to them on every single thing. To the point where you ain't even operating with common sense. Y'all got to realize this is a you thing. This ain't a them thing. Because people going to be people. We already said nobody ain't perfect. So if you understand that, you will understand some of the things that people be telling me, it don't be about me. It don't be for me. While they loving me and all, it don't be for me. Y'all eyes ain't been open to this yet. And when you understand this, you will start realizing, you will have conversations with people, and you will realize this ain't got nothing to do with them helping me. This got everything to do with them trying to get me to do some shit that align with what they trying to do for themselves. And it ain't even about it being bad, because they do love me, and they do care about me. They are loyal to me. I have a history with them that proves that. But at some point, I got to have me more than I'm expecting another motherfucker to have me, because they got to have themselves more than anybody else gonna have them. This might be too much for y'all. This might be a little bit too much. Houston, Texas, I will be there. Talking about relationships. Talking this same shit. When you see me post that Eventbrite link, copy your shit, because it's limited seats. It be some people, they be so far in their journey that the stuff they be telling you, it ain't that it's bad or they're a bad person or they don't love or care about you. It be the fact that they might be so far gone in their journey, they can't really fuck with you like they want to unless you do certain shit their way. It don't have nothing to do with not loving you. It don't have nothing to do with not being loyal to you. They tunnel vision. Unless you fit within this tunnel, your ass ain't gonna get no advice that's actually for you. You gonna get advice that's for them. You gonna get answers to questions that got to do with shit lining up for them. For you to fit in their tunnel, in their lane. That's just how it is. This life. This ain't no shit to try to go solve. This is some shit to understand. This is why I be telling y'all, shit be about understanding. It don't be having nothing to do with you. I be seeing so many people. I do so many one-on-ones with women and shit. I be seeing so many social media accounts, and like, you know, you could see people and their family members and shit, and you could just tell, like, boy, your mama guiding your ass in the direction she was going. And then when you really, like, when you mature yourself, get out your feelings, get in this real shit. Like, get out your feelings, get in this real shit. You sit back and look, and you think about your childhood. This motherfucker got me taking my kids through the same shit she had us going through when we was her kids under her roof as a dependent to her. She love us. She loyal. The advice is coming from a genuine space, but the shit ain't for me unless I'm trying to line my life up the same message. And I know it's a problem for my people, because we take that whole, that's your mama too far, to the point where a bitch use that, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, a bitch use that with religion to manipulate you. How many motherfuckers done been in a situation with your own parents, your own mother or father, where they use the fact that they your mother or your father to get you to do some shit that only benefit them, right? And where you at in your life right now, it really ain't the right thing to do to line up with your goals, but they gonna use that shit where they raised you and they took care of you to make you feel like you gotta do it. Same way church folk will use the Bible to make you feel like something that they want you to do is something you should do. So they make you feel like God gonna get you. He ain't gonna hear your prayers. You ain't gonna be blessed. Your days ain't gonna be long if you don't listen to what the fuck I'm saying. And I'm knowing the shit you saying, the stuff you trying to get me to do, it ain't got a fuck thing to do with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. It ain't got shit to do with him dying for our sins. It ain't got shit to do with me getting into heaven or me walking more Christ-like. It don't got nothing to do with me being more like Allah. It got everything to do with me doing what the fuck you want me to do, because you got some shit you trying to get done right now. And I know you love me. I ain't questioning your love. I know you loyal to me. I ain't questioning your loyalty. But a person will go, when they in this shit, they'll go as far as making you feel like they ain't gonna love you no more, or ain't gonna be loyal to you no more if you don't do or say what the fuck they want you to. See, I'm just woke, like on another level. The understand, it be manipulation at its best. It be some shit that people do. I know it's to the point nowadays it's normal. So it ain't even no shit for you to get upset at. Even though it's for you to understand and move accordingly. That's why I said on my interview on Off the Porch, a lot of us get to an age where we realize you was just doing the best you can with the information you had. I ain't supposed to be sitting up here listening to every single thing that you said or getting all my advice from you. Because look at your life. But see, this be too real for some of y'all parents. For some of y'all family members, older relatives, they don't want to hear this. See, a bitch like me, all right, grandma and all, you going to get this work. I take my common sense and apply it with my intellect on top of my life experience, on top of respecting information. Motherfucker ain't gonna tell me shit just because of who you is or who your position. That ship sailed a long time ago. Soon as my brain fully developed and bitch, I started thinking for myself and I realized like, you know, you just trying to cipher through this world same as me. I'm gonna understand and find out stuff about relationships from people in healthy relationships. I'm gonna get my advice about money from people that's been managing money and got a healthy financial life. I'm gonna get my advice on friendships from people that got positive relationships with friends. I'm gonna get my advice on spirituality and growth from somebody that's in that shit and doing it. I'm not finna listen to you just because you my friend, or you my cousin, or you my mama, or you my daddy, or you ain't finna make me put aside my common sense and the intellect that I fucking got organically and just do what the fuck you saying when you don't even got your shit together in me. It makes no common sense. It ain't real. Y'all problem is y'all go straight to questioning whether a motherfucker love you or Lord. It's plenty of people that love the fuck out of me and tell me wrong shit all the time. I know they love me. That's why they keep coming back with that wrong ass advice, trying to help me in ways they feel like I need help. I'm smart enough to know he love me, but he don't know what the fuck he talking about. She love me, but she don't know nothing about no motherfucking money. He love me. He don't know nothing about what the fuck I'm talking about with this relationship shit. She for me. She gonna ride for me. If a bitch was trying to harm me, she know how to pull up and put them things up and let's do it together. But when it come down to me and my nigga or my relationship or, you know, my spirituality, she can't tell me a fuck thing. I love her. She love me. But I'm smart enough to use my common sense on what the fuck to listen to and what not. Y'all don't understand that. So you listening to a bitch on everything just because that's your homegirl. You listening to a motherfucker on everything just because that's your mama. You listening to a nigga on everything just because that's your big homie. And that's why the fuck you been in the streets just as long as he been in the streets. Can't get out. He can't get out. You can't get out. He don't know no better. You don't know no better. He older. His bag might be bigger than yours. And you think because of that, you should take advice from him in every area. Y'all niggas be killing me with that big homie and a slow nigga to death because he older than you or his Rolex newer than yours. Fuck out of here. You better use your brain. Motherfucker can love you. They could be loyal to you. And at the same time, they can still give you advice and tell you shit and project energy your way that ain't for you while being for you. Some of y'all, this too heavy for y'all. If it is, don't buy no ticket when I come to Texas. Because I ain't got time to be tongue wrestling with you in person when I'm up there trying to talk this real shit. You gotta respect information. And I'm gonna end on this. This is why a lot of y'all, you can't get your shit right, so to speak, when it comes to simple shit like co-parenting. I'm gonna break it down. It's a lot of y'all, you don't realize you never gave your baby mama perspective a chance. You never listened to her from a certain space. You never gave your baby daddy perspective a chance. You never listened to her from a certain space about co-parenting because you had somebody giving you some advice that was coming from their agenda, that was coming from their perception of baby mamas or baby daddies. So it's a lot of y'all, you missed the information because you had your ears closed based on feeling like you got to take all your advice or you got to form your opinion to where it aligns with somebody that love you and is loyal to you. But that ain't how this shit works. When you learn to respect information, even a bitch that you ain't fucking with right now could possibly tell you some shit that will help you make a move to better your life. Message to some of y'all. I'm going to break it down. Sometimes you're trying to co-parent or sometimes you trying to maneuver through a relationship and y'all might not be on the best of terms right now. But when you respect information, you'll open your motherfucking ears up and your antennas will go up when a motherfucker say something that makes sense, regardless of how you feel about them right now. That's y'all problem. Like I said, you think everybody that just because you on good terms with them and they love you, they always telling you the right shit that's for you. And it goes for the same on the other end. You think because you and somebody ain't in a good space right now that everything they telling you is wrong and you ain't got to listen to it. That's why y'all can't problem solve. You don't got conflict resolution skills. You suck at relationships and working through shit. A lot of old folk that been in relationships for years, they'll tell you that shit required them to get uncomfortable a lot of times. To work through a lot of shit that require real work. Not the type of work y'all used to where you manipulating a bitch into doing what you want them to do or act with an attitude or project your feelings to the point where they can't handle your feelings so they change based on just not wanting to hear your mouth. Not that, no, real work. Real work. Real work. A lot of y'all, if you freed your mind on this shit and just sat down with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, baby daddy, baby mama, and y'all just talk from a real perspective. Let's sit these emotions to the side. Let's have a conversation, and I'ma just be a grown woman or man, and anything my baby mama say that legitimately makes sense for the betterment of parenting our kids, I'ma take that advice and embrace it. Even though I might not be in a loving space with her right now. Same for I'ma sit down with my baby daddy. I'ma hear this nigga out. I don't even like his face right now, but you know what? Everybody that love me don't always tell me the right shit. So let me listen and let me take what logically makes sense for bettering the situation, and I'm going to leave what don't. When I'm done, I pick my emotions up and take them bitches with me on the way out. But see, this too real for y'all. It's too real for y'all. Y'all raised in them families well, why would you listen to her over me and I'm your mama? Some of y'all right now, you can't even tell your mama or your daddy or a relative that raised you that you was on here listening to my video today. They gonna get mad. Why would you listen to her over me? And I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know you and I don't love you. I don't know you to love you. I got that general positivity, meaning I got love for everybody and a certain type of appreciation for those that follow me, but I ain't gonna even cap with you. I don't love you, and I ain't loyal to you like that mama or that daddy that's asking you why you won't love Dorsey Page. But I bet everything on it that I tell you some shit better than what they'll tell you on a lot of different subjects. I'm going to say that shit again. I don't know you personally, so I don't love you the way they love you. I don't know you personally, so I ain't loyal to you the way they loyal to you. But I bet on anything. Hit the right topics. I bet I give you better advice than what they ever could give. If you need a one-on-one phone call, text 678-965-0698. Tell somebody that lady was live. Make sure you tell them that lady that be cussing. And don't be giving a fuck about them long-ass comments that y'all be writing. That lady that's so far in her self-care journey that it ain't really shit you could say to manipulate me to feel no type of way about myself. That lady who platform is a business. So if you bring your ass on here with your feelings, you might get cussed out. Tell somebody. That lady live. That lady that fuck with niggas and bitches. That lady that don't get online bashing niggas or just that lady that's neutral. Tell somebody, that lady live again, talking that real shit, that triggering shit, that shit a bitch need to hear. Oh, and tell them that lady will be live in the flesh in Houston, Texas. Tell somebody. Watch her platform. She gonna post the Eventbrite link. Get your motherfucking spot so you could be in the room with a real one. Put that on your bucket list before you die to connect with a real bitch. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy y'all Sunday, because I'm about to enjoy mine. Again, the number is 678-965-0698. You can book a one-on-one phone call, or you can get in one of my Zooms. They're very helpful. See y'all later, IG.